Guys, these are your cards for December 9th, 2019. The first card we pulled was the Temple Path, Broken Heart, Yin and Yang in the reverse. So we're going under the influence of Yang, which is this strong outward energy. So this is, you're having more pep in your step. You're, getting things done instead of procrastinating and putting it off. And then adjacent possibilities. So opening one door could be opening to other doors. Spirit had told us earlier that to start planting those seeds for the future. So making sure that, you're not looking over any possible opportunities. One example I made is from my personal experience where someone had approached me to promote their product. And I said, no problem, make it, and I'll give it a whirl, and I'll get behind it. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's in the candle industry. So I've made candles myself. That's what Golgotha was born on, is making candles. If you go onto my Facebook page, you can see the numerous amounts of candles I have made in the past. And I've done custom candles for weddings and such. So it's like, something that I believe in. So they're saying, make sure you're getting behind it for the right reasons. And, your karma will come back to you. And that's a seed that you are planting for the future, because you never know where this door can take you. On the temple path, I love is like getting back in touch with your spirituality. Maybe there's a significant event that has happened, or your family is pushing you back. But it's like we have one path that is the stone path, and one path is the grass. So it's like no matter if you went left or right, Spirit made sure that you would guide you to this temple path, to this temple. These orbs are spirit guides, your loved ones who have passed on to the next stage of life, that have given up their physical form on earth and are now guiding you. Thank you to all that have joined me on the live on Instagram on Saturday. Thank you to all that was generous and gave me a tip. That's really appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. So the Temple Path, spiritual purpose and support. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you are on leads to a blessed temple and a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has had in mind for a long time. So like I said, no matter what you went left, you went right, this is where it was going to lead you. The card upright is here to tell you that what you are going through is now all part of your soul's purpose. You are on your karmic path, heading in the right direction. And the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The light around the temple represents the spirit world. Your family members and friends, angels, guides, all the loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them to be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful, life-expanding time to keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in a dramatic way, and connecting with spirit and your higher self with a wonderful influence on all that you experience. So you're going to feel it in everyday life. When we feel like you do feel that in everyday life, when you sit there and you actually make the conscious choice to, you find a wallet and you don't open it for the purpose of getting the money or seeing if what you can take out of the wallet, but actually seeing if there's an ID there, seeing if there's a bank card in there, and actually returning the wallet to that bank. Or is there a police station, or is there, what I mean, that you can drop it off that's nearby, doing the correct thing, your karmic path. That example of, is this person going to end up coming down first circle and down your path and you need their help? Are you going to be in their shoes one day where you lose your wallet and, the shoe's on the other foot? Or this cosmic connection, hinders someone in your life. So, we're making those conscious choices, every day, so that our cosmic power, when it comes around full circle, is a positive one. Broken heart, grief, and loss. So I've talked about this before, especially this time of year, the Hallmark commercial, I talked about this, got me real good, where, they gave the girls the iPad to preoccupy them, but little did they know the girls took a picture of their grandmother had passed, and they gave it to their grandfather as a Christmas gift, and the parents are like, what are you girls doing? And they're like, don't worry, they press play, and they were like, even though you're no longer here, you're still with us. You're still part of the family. And they're saying this is the time of year where you miss, their presence is very well, profoundly felt. And it's those people that deal with depression and stuff. It's like you have no idea if you do, it's hard to battle those demons. But it's like if you do choose to make that choice, it's like you don't have no idea what void it leaves in everyone else's life. Like we don't really think things through in that moment because we feel like that's the only choice. That's why it's always important to, talk with your kids, talk with your loved ones, make sure that you're there to support everybody. Like, you nowadays everybody goes on the internet and someone makes a mistake. They're so quickly to sit there and say, why don't you just kill yourself? And it's like, are you serious? It's like, do you not realize, I know you're sitting behind a keyboard and you really don't care what you're putting out there. You just want to be, on the trend or whatever the hot topic is. But it's like, you don't know what those words have power, That really ticked me off to see that today. Like to see that so many people sat there, it says, take your life because they, voiced an opinion. And I was like, wow, like calm down. Like, they need to start charging people for making such stupid decisions on the internet. You sit there and you say something like take your life. That should be a fine of some sort or community service. Let's make the world a better place. Make them do community service to better someone else's day. Sorry for that rant, but that just ticked me off. This card shows a heart broken open, revealing darkness, emptiness, grief-filled tears. The hurt may be from long ago, or maybe the pain from a more recent event. Either way, a deep healing is called for now. Venting your feelings and releasing the person or situation involved. Affirming that you are reclaiming your power and peace of mind. Open your heart to the light of divine love and healing and having compassion for yourself through this difficult process. So like I said, this time of year, triggers. It's hard. Like you really don't think of yourself during this, during a grief or a loss. Like you put everybody that, that is in your life first. And you really don't care what happens to you. You're just like, oh, who cares? Oh, who cares? Like, because you just feel so empty, because that person is no longer with you. But it's like you are important because without you, how many lives would be affected? Make that conscious choice to, put yourself first, even if you just do your nails or even if you just get out of bed, and make your presence known to those others that, okay, she is or he is coming out of this. Make self-care a priority now as you let go of old experiences. You can open your heart to a true and abiding love that you so righteously deserve. So, that doesn't mean love, like especially those that have lost a significant other. This could be, love of the children around you, love of your family members around you. That, it's not that you purposely tried to build this wall around you. It's just, I remember walking to Walmart and my head, like, honest to God, it felt like my face was right in the concrete because I didn't want to lift up my head. I didn't want anyone to see how I was feeling. I was afraid if I made eye contact with anyone, I would cry. I was just a robot. So it's like, that's why I get ticked off when people are so quick to say such nasty, disgusting words on the internet. And it's like, you're making the world a worse place. Let's try to make it a better place. I'm sure there's something better, a better vocabulary, better, phrase, better something you could have said to that, something. It was over makeup actually. And it was like, something so trivial over makeup. You're telling someone to kill themselves. Like, come on. Passive, active, intuitive, logic. So this is the yin and yang cycle. So with the reverse, we're going for the yang right now. Yang is like outer energies, getting things done. Reverse, the card reverse reveals a yang cycle, which is one of active, outgoing energy. This time calls for a more logical approach to things, but the logic needs to be applied to a purposeful action. This card is often marked by by creativity and new beginnings. So we're getting, that's the common theme lately, is new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. So it's like, we were in, like, Spirit said, I think it was November, we're in this, stage to like to recover and to recuperate and to get energized, because this new beginning was coming, and they're like, it's gonna be a ride, like it's gonna be a happy ride, but it's gonna be a ride. You're gonna need a lot of energy for this. So all the cards have been like recently saying new beginning. So we're here. Here comes the next chapter. The cycle often marked by creativity, new beginnings, sometimes with significant outer change. So like outer change could be your physical self, where you're living, who you surround yourself with. Some people are purging their friends list, purging who is in their group, because like Astrology Answer said in November. I know it's not November anymore, but they said we are like crystals. We absorb the energies of the people around us and the situations around us, and people that are quote unquote sensitive, they feel those things. They have empathy for animals and children, and they put themselves in other people's shoes. So, we realize this now because our eyes have been opened. It's like, yeah, we are affected by the people that are around us. So maybe we are starting to cut those people out of our lives. Maybe they're not in our inner circle. Maybe you have, you have so many, levels of your circle. Like you're like an onion. You have so many layers, but it's like, are they at the core? Because now you're pushing them out to the outer layers, and we need to protect ourselves for our own peace. Let yourself apply more forceful energy to the task at hand and take advantage of this highly charged yang time. So this is a more go, go, go time rather than like, let's push it off and procrastinate kind of time. I open to understanding the cycles I am in. So this is the affirmation. I am willing to utilize its energy beneficially, and that I need to, all that I need is already a part of me. Spirit is saying, don't stretch yourself thin. And a lot of us are. I see a lot of people stretching themselves thin, and it's like, just be very careful. Especially in the Western Hemisphere, where I am in Canada, it's cold. So if you're wearing yourself out, you got to be careful, because it's so easily to get sick right now. Adjacent possibilities, many unconsidered options. So this is what I was talking about, those seeds that are being dropped. Like you never know who you take a chance on, how big it can blow up. With me, it's like, I sat there and I said, listen, no problem, but I want to see what the product is. I want to sample it myself, because I have allergies for one. I've made candles. That's, as I said, Golgotha was born on making candles and jewelry and accessories and custom dolls. And it's like, it was very successful, but unfortunately with Shane's passing, I had to shut everything down and move. So it's like, with this person approaching me, I was very honored, for one. And two, I know that this person isn't going to bring something to me that's trash, because they see that, I'm a very genuine person. Like, I would never sit there and say, this is a great product if it isn't. Especially me having allergies, and she knows that. It's like, she ain't going to bring me anything that's going to make me sneeze my head off. I'm really excited because I really love that stuff, like incense, and it's like it's the when you get the burners and you put the oil in the top and it melts out. That's what she makes, and it has a nice scent to it. I'm all about the peppermint. Oh my gosh, I love peppermint and candy cane. I like the sugar cookie candles. I know watermelon isn't in season, but I got a really nice watermelon candle, and it was on clearance, surprisingly, and it smells really yummy. I just love the house smelling a certain way. There's like, I get the air fresheners, not the fresheners, but those, it's like in a cone and you open it and it has the smell in it. So I get like Hawaiian smells. There's a really nice tropical one that they have out. It's like you get them for $1 at the dollar store or Walmart. So it's like, that's totally up my house, in my wheelhouse of stuff, and totally up my alley. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. You never know what the, people approach you with, where it could go. So, adjacent possibilities, we have it in the reverse. When reversed, adjacent possibility card is warning you to be careful not to miss any unknown opportunity because you were too married to your agenda. So they're saying this might not have been part of your life plan, but they're saying, think it through before you just throw it to the wayside, because you may regret it down the road. It may be also asking you to turn inward with willingness to shake up your old unhealthy patterns and inner habits. This is me. I'm watching Total Divas. They always inspire me to get working out again, but it's like I bought this snow cab for my snow thrower, and it's such a small box. I didn't think it would be as heavy as it is all put together. And it's like it's toppling over my snow thrower. So it's taking up a good portion of my workout space. So I'm using that as my excuse right now, but my back is still kind of sore from doing the snow throwing earlier in the week when we had the storm. So I'm like, okay, I got to get this thing taken down. Stop procrastinating, got to get on this. So, that's, get rid of that bad habit, unhealthy pattern, got to get into that better pattern again where I was working out constantly, especially in the winter, because I have no excuses of doing the lawn and gardening. The power of your life force moves through you deeply. Healed habits projects your energy out into the universe and call back your results. In this way, your ongoing thoughts and beliefs are really your defining moments. And every next moment, you have another energetic choice. So it's time to decide: are you going to let worry and self-doubt define you? Or are you going to step into the ever-present adjacent possibilities of optimism, trust, and self-love? No matter how stuck you feel, you always have options in the thousands of choices you make every day. So I'm going to read the affirmation for the adjacent possibilities. I am open and willing to take my life in new directions. I am becoming more aware of many options for harmony and optimism in my thoughts and all my choices every day. Sorry, my mouth gets dry, especially this time of year, so sorry about that. Plus with all the readings, I did 6 readings on the live, and then I did a 3-hour reading with my girlfriend for her, and it was just like, I'm all talked out. So our first card is obstacles are detours in the right direction. So sometimes spirit will sit there and they see that the choice that we're going to make and they don't like it, and they'll sit there and put an obstacle in the way, so we move left instead of right. Luck is on your side. And funny enough, a lot of the cards I'm pulling today is the cards I pulled for my girlfriend. Be bold and make the first move. So with this one, I feel like it's in love. Cardinal moon. That's why I knew this was for part of one of the cards I pulled for, because we both love cardinals. Be bold in the first, because I keep seeing love here. So it's like, you both lock eyes a lot. And it's like they're saying, like, maybe he's shy, so why don't you make the first move? I know that's so, like, you shouldn't be doing that. But it's like, why not take the chance, I know it's called cuffing season, but that's not what I mean. I mean to do it for actual love. Meditate and contemplate. I love the koi fish. That is so beautiful. I would love to get that on my arm, like exactly in this color, to make it look so spiritual like that. I love that. Love, love, love koi fish. And I have 2 boys. Maybe I should get that. And it's kind of like yin and yang at the same time as well. I might get that done. I love that. The energy is gaining momentum. So everything you're putting out to the universe is gaining momentum. Like we got that in the pick-a cards. If you have a chance, go check that out. My girlfriend Cindy, very kind of her. Thank you so much, Cindy. She marked when the choices started, because I got too excited and just pressed send, and I completely forgot. So it's like, check that out. It's a really good one. I really like it. It's a Nutcracker theme. Very holiday-ish. Courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So when I'm saying the energy is gaining more momentum, is basically believe in yourself more right now. Gentleness. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. And this is what we were talking about earlier. We're like crystals. We absorb the energies around of the people around us. And I said this is why sometimes we're like onions. Like, you have the core of your group, like your foundation. Maybe it's yourself and 3 other people that make that core foundation. And then as you, start peeling, into the layers, you have different people, or those people are, different values and, different parts of your life. So it's like, the people that are at your core, you want those people to be the people that make you feel like you're 1010%, that make you feel the best of the best. And you don't want those people that, drain you and make you feel less than. Those people, your core circle should be your people. They have your back. Like, that's your rock. Those are the people you want at your core. So I hope you have a very blessed, easy breezy Monday. I hope everything goes well for you. You get hit every green light while you're on your way to work. Just have a very blessed, happy Monday. These are your cards for December 9th, 2019. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed night. And we'll see you for Tuesday's daily tarot card.